What kind of cream cheese do you get on yours? Do you just go missionary plain?
No, I went like scallion one day, and then one day I did like a lox spread.
Yep.
And then one day I went kind of sweet because they do like a special cream cheese, and so I went kind of sweet and did this like apple cinnamon type thing. But I had like a apple cinnamon bagel that day. Just you got to try different things.
Hey, there you go. At least look at you branching out. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
All right, continue on your journey of food.
Yeah, and then so the best thing about like Astoria is it's heavily Greek populated, and there's this Greek coffee shop that makes like Freddy cappuccinos, and it's just, I mean, every time you go in there, there's people in the line. And so, you start your morning off with bagels and coffee every morning. And then I'd have to say the highlight of the trip was our visit to 11 Madison Park.
Yeah, so for those that obviously see it on the Instagram, we've had some of them we've had Chef Rich Lee and General Manager Kevin Lynn, who are family of the 11 Madison Park crew, and they were obviously guests of ours at their pop-up house in Aspen. And so they elaborated back then in episode, whatever it is, fill it in here, Zane, that they go above and beyond in their hospitality, and that their food is eloquent yet dank as fuck. So I want you to take us step by step through this meal.
Dude, I mean, honestly, like the level of hospitality, like it's no joke. And I think that sets the tone for everything else. And there was never a pretentious feeling. People walked in with shirts, jeans. You can wear whatever you want. There's not a dress code. And, I mean, from the moment you walk in the door, you feel like you've known them, or it was like a friend inviting you over for dinner.
Did they know your face when you walked in?
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty much. Like, I mean,
it's not crazy to think that maybe they clicked on, just the Instagram since, we're going to tease it a little
right.
bit. But, like, they knew, like, they're like, hey, Chris, how are you, before you even said hello?
Well, it was our friends that helped set up, Wicked GM, Sarah,
Wicked Nice.
Yeah, and Kevin and Rich, those guys from Aspen, they all helped me set up this reservation, so they knew we had spoken with their guys.
Okay, so
before.
they knew we existed.
Yes.
Before. Okay, I didn't know if you just meant like they researched you in a creepy fashion.
Yeah, no, no.
Oh wait, here's your mugshot from when you were fat and got a DUI.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know.
No, that's not it. But before you went to our meal, though, we did swing by the Nomad Hotel, which is like kind of right down the street, because we had to have drinks at the Nomad bar. We had eaten there a couple years ago, but the bar there is by far just their drinks are exceptional. And that's the same crew that owns 11 Madison Park.
Yeah, so if y'all remember the episode, they talked about the hectic move from one to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw the cocktails that looked, snazzy. Y'all are way above, like, the Kip wears shorts and flip-flops everywhere. And while that may be allowed, I would feel a little bit out of place. But I'm glad to see that they're very calm and cool and chill.
Oh, it burned a hole in my wallet, but that's what New York is all about. It's having fun.
Yeah, you got to make it count. If you plan this trip, perfectly like you have. If our listeners are tuning in, try to get these reservations. I don't know how long in advance Chris did this. I'll let him tell you. But continue on.
Yeah. So anyway, then we had those drinks and we walked over to 11 Madison Park, and immediately when we walked in, hi Chris, like we have your table ready for you, And they walk us over to our table, and there's our kind of No Vacancy Colorado logo with their logo on the bottom of it saying, "Welcome to 11 Madison Park, no vacancy."
And I saw that, and I was stuck in the mountains, and we'll get into that next. But when you sent me that, my heart filled with so much joy. I read it, and I was like so flattered by what they had done for you. I was like, holy shit. Like, because they treat, like you said, everyone like that's fucking wild.
And it sounds like that's something easy to do or something like that. But the thing is that wasn't a print off. That was a hand painted card. I mean, somebody took the time to care about a guest coming in that much. Like, that's just
And they've talked of these stories, but now you're getting to see them firsthand. And I mean, you look almost like smitten over there, how like joyous you are.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. And
I mean, I'm very proud. I have a lot of pride for you. Like, I'm so fired up. I can't wait to hear this meal.
And then, they brought us out a glass of champagne, complimentary. And so after that, we kind of, we did the 5-course tasting menu. And
do you have to do that, or could I just go in there? Let's say you just go in there. Can you just order from a menu of whatever you want, or is it kind of whatever you're craving, or what?
I'm pretty sure it's you either
Tasting
do like
menus.
a 5-course or a 10-course.
Okay, so it's always a tasting menu. You don't go in there and like look at a book.
And I can't be for certain, but I'd say that I'm probably like 75% certain.
And most restaurants like that, I mean, most nice restaurants may be like that. I'm just, totally off.
Yeah, but I mean, and honestly, on those special occasions, that's the kind of thing. And
let them have the keys to the car.
Yeah.
We do that with sushi and all those other things. Like, I don't know better than what they know. So let them be creative. Don't be like, I want chicken fingers and french fries tonight, sir.
Exactly. And we did the wine pairings with it, which were $90, and they pair wine with every course.
That's got to be cheaper than your average New York glass of wine or bottle.
Yeah. And so anyways, there's 2 dishes that you get to pick, and the other ones they provide for you. So the first dish that they brought out was incredible, because after that dish I was just like, wow, this is what this is.
Yeah, so elaborate. So like, is it just
So it was caviar brought out in this tin.
And you don't have to do too bad a radio of describing, but like, just what was the meal? Like, what was the dish?
So this was the starter. It was a play on Benedict, on like an eggs Benedict dish, and so it was just like a caviar dish, and they had these little baby English muffins. And I mean, the crazy thing I would say about this overall meal is everything looked crazy complex, and everything was, but the taste was just really just simple and just flat out good.
That's awesome. So the first one was like an eggs Benedict, or play on Benedict with caviar. And you can see that picture. That one is on the Instagram. We're going to talk about how bad Chris is at social media at some point or another. But, I mean, because I wanted to live vicariously through the pictures of the food. And we're going to have to depend on your words.
But, yeah. And honestly, the lighting in that restaurant and, I don't know.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It was still dank as fuck, and you're taking us through a magical journey. So don't be shy to continue on to the next course, please, sir.
Yeah. So then I had this like crab salad, and my sister had the foie gras. So we ordered opposite of each other on the 2 courses that we could pick.
So you could get a taster? Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
And the foie gras was out of this fucking world. Like, it had this kind of strawberry. It was incredible.
Solid. So that was like the precursor to the big.
We're coming up.
Bam.
We're coming up there.
Okay.
And then the next course was this kind of broiled lobster dish.
Fuck yeah. Was it a seafood theme, or was that your call by going seafood?
No, that one was like part of the meal. Gotcha. And I chose the crab. My sister chose. We just selected.
I just wasn't sure. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And so that was incredible. And then the main kind of course, I chose a lamb dish that they prepared 2 different ways. So you had like I think it was like maybe the belly, and then you also had like a bit of a lamb shoulder, and it was incredible, the 2 different textures. But my sister got the duck, and I don't know what to say. Like, the duck is out of this.
How'd they prepare it?
So I think they dry age. If you see, you can see it in the pictures on Instagram. You can see all these ducks hanging up when we go back to the kitchen. You can see all these ducks hanging up, and I think they dry age them. I don't know for how long, but the skin, it looked like a slice of pie, like the presentation of it. And I don't know, like everything looked crazy, but it just tasted like simple.
Hey, there you go. The finer things are less is more kind of feel,
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. So anyways, we finish the lamb dish, and I can't remember her name. I'll have to look it up. But anyways, she comes up to our table, one of the managers, and she asks us how we were enjoying our night. And obviously we were just like, this is crazy. This is wild. And so she's like, you want a special treat? And we were like, sure. And so she's like, follow me.
Oh shit!
And so I get up, and me and Martha like look at each other, and we just like have no fucking idea what's going on. Meanwhile, I'm like somewhat feeling like a badass, but then also like what's about to happen. And they take us back to the kitchen, and it's just wild.
How many people work in a kitchen like that?
I mean, I want to say the bodies that I saw that night, maybe I saw anywhere from like 15 to 20.
Chefs in the kitchen?
Yeah, like doing different things all over. I mean, that kitchen's huge because they redid it a couple years ago. You know, like Kevin and Rich were talking about how they threw that big party there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So they have a gnarly fucking kitchen, huh?
Oh, yeah, you can see. We'll post a video on Instagram again. You can check it out. It's fucking nuts. And it's the calmest, quietest environment I've ever seen. And the servers are waiting in line.
Producing like genius meals, just coming out, just calm, cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, they're focused. But they're not unhappy.
I bet they do a bunch of Adderall. That's the only guess there. It sounds like an Adderall crew. I mean, that's cool. Those kids usually get the best grades. And
they do.
Put out the best plates. So
they do.
That's awesome.
And you're very meticulous on Adderall.
Yeah, you
can clean like a motherfucker.
I was about to say, you can vacuum the ceiling. But that's awesome. So you had a great time. And I don't want to harp too much on one restaurant and suck the dick of one place.
Exactly.
When there's a whole city. So that couldn't, I mean, that was the cream, you know, on the top.
Yeah. If you go to New York and you want to do something, plan ahead. And if it's a very special occasion, like, you will not be disappointed. It's just, there's a reason why it was number one a couple years ago. Like, that's
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So that leads me to my next question. You know, I think you probably ate at another restaurant I saw on the Instagram. I obviously haven't spoken to you since we both got back, or I got back today and yesterday. You hit up David Chang's spot, which everyone knows, you know, world-renowned Momofuku. I think I'm saying it right?
Yeah.
Which one of the restaurants did you hit up?
So
there's like 10 of them, right?
Yeah, it's nuts. So we hit up the Momofuku Sambar, which is also like kind of in the East Village area. But this one's kind of like an inventive dish kind of place. They have lots of meats. And then just kind of all over the board with some different dishes. Like, they'll do tri-tip steak. They have a lot of like cured ham. And then they do their pork buns and things like that. But I guess like one of the biggest dishes, and this is what I wanted to do, but we didn't have a large party going with us. Like, this would be an awesome place to take like 5 or 6 people. And they do a whole roasted duck, like rotisserie duck bosom. And they serve it with...
What does bosom mean?
So it's the way, like, I think it has to do with the sauce and the marinades they use.
I don't need 5 people to take down a duck. I can eat a whole Peking duck from the guys down at Hong Kong Barbecue.
No, you should see this. Go to their website. It's fucking huge.
Okay. Because I'm just picturing the ones that hang in my local Hong Kong Barbecue, and I'm thinking that's not what I'm...
Yeah, but you have all these fixins with it. But anyways, that would be an awesome thing, like, if you're up in New York hanging out with a bunch of people to go and do. But, yeah.
Or, you know, our listeners in New York, you know.
Yeah.
I know you media moguls are listening to this.
Of course. I forgot. My sister's repping us up there.
Our logo's everywhere.
Yeah.
Shout out to our Swedish friends and Lizzie and Morgan in Germany.
So anyways, it's kind of like a shareable type place. So, and they have fucking incredible drinks. But my sister and I, we started out with pork belly buns, which
never disappoint.
No, yeah. And then we moved on to the summer truffles and fried cauliflower dish.
Nice.
Yeah, that really fucked, in the words of Kip.
Thank you. That's actually, now we share that term with Hey Sprocket, our PR friends, and Aubrey Gordon. Remember, we gave her the right to use fucks whenever she pleases.
Yeah, it will catch on.
I know. I'm telling you, everyone's going to start using it. You refer to David Chang's bao buns and truffle cauliflower.